Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Welcome to today's lesson. Today we are looking at characteristics of gases. We'll be looking at the three states of matter, and we say that matter exists in three states. We say that we have solids. These are things which we can touch and we can see. We say that we have liquids. We say liquids are things which flow. And then we now have gases. Gases, we cannot see gases, but we can feel the presence of gases. We looked at the characteristics of solids and the liquids, and today I want us to look at the characteristics of gases. How can you tell that something is a gas? So we are going to have the first experiment on characteristics of gases and about their shape. Here I have a ball. It is inflated. It has air in it. This ball is circular in shape. You can see now this is a ball which has a circular shape. Here I have an empty bottle. But we scientifically we don't say it is empty. It contains air. There is air inside this bottle. So I still have a balloon here with me. I can fill air with the balloon with air. You can see now the balloon has air. So this tells us that gases don't have a definite shape. Gases do not have a definite shape. Gases do not have a definite shape. Just like we say in liquids, do not have a definite shape. So if they don't have a definite shape, what do? We say that they take the shape of the container. Gases, they take the shape of the container in which they are put. They take the shape of the container in which they are put. If the container is circular, the gases will fill in that container. If the container is rectangular, the gases will fill in that container. Let us do another experiment to investigate whether gases have weight. Do gases have weight? To come up with a conclusion on that experiment, we need a beam balance. And two balloons. We need two balloons of the same size. We also need a thread. We need a thread and a pin. So these are the materials we are going to use in that experiment. With me here, I have two balloons. I have the beam balance here with me. I have a pin and I have a thread. So we fill air into both balloons. We fill air into both balloons and we tie using a string. We fill air into both balloons and we tie using a string. Make sure the balloons are the same size and we tie using a string to investigate whether air has weight. We are investigating whether air has weight. So we fill air and we tie using a string. Then we balance the two balloons on our beam balance. If you don't have a beam balance, you can use a straight piece of stick You can balance them on a straight piece of stick. So we tie them on both sides of our beam balance. We tie the balloons on both sides of a beam balance. We tie the balloons on both sides of our beam balance and make sure that the balloons balance. Make sure that the balloons are balancing. You can see now my balloons are balancing. So that means the amount of air in this balloon, is the same amount of air in the other balloon. So you can see they are balancing on the beam balance. Then from there, we prick one balloon with our pin. So you see that the other balloon will remain hanging on the other side. So what does that experiment tell us? That experiment tells us that air has weight. It tells us that air has weight. Once you prick one balloon with a pin, the beam balance will not balance. It will remain it will lean on one side. It will lean, and you have seen that from our experiment. Once we prick this balloon here, the other balloon here will the beam balance will remain leaning on one side, meaning that the balloon with air has more weight than the other side. So that experiment will lead us to a conclusion that air has weight. So those are the three main characteristics of air. We can still add that air or gases do not have definite volume. Gases do not have definite volume. That is another characteristic of gases. We say that liquids and solids have definite volume, but gases do not have definite volume. Then lastly, we say that gases or air occupies space. We have seen that from the balloon. A balloon that does not have that is empty like this one, once we fill it in with the air, it will become inflated like this one. That means that inside the balloon there is air. So air occupies space. Those are the 5 characteristics of gases. Try to do the experiment or to investigate that air has weight using balloons, a piece of thread, and a piece of stick. If you don't have the beam balance with you, just try to carry out that experiment. I've given you the materials needed. You need 2 balloons of the same size. You need a pin or a thorn. You need a thread and a piece of stick for you to balance that. Thank you.